I recorded this once already. I was having a blast. I said a lot of thoughts that came onto my mind. You know, I expanded these thoughts. I gave some feedback onto the project, although no one asked for it. But you know, this is the only mission of a project, only playable mission of a project that is in the works. It's on Hive Workshop. It's called The Dark Below or The Deep Below, one of those two. And it's quite interesting to me, and it's intriguing because it's a campaign about Naga and about the Queen Azshara, and I love it so far because it takes locations from World of Warcraft, or at least so far it took one location from World of Warcraft and recreated it in the Warcraft. I'm loving it. And as said, I recorded this once. I was having a blast, and about an hour and 16 minutes into the recording, I remembered. Didn't I turn off the microphone yesterday? I looked whether it was on or off, and guess what the answer is and why I'm saying I recorded this once already. There was no audio of me talking. So I deleted it, and I was very upset. I was swearing a lot, but that's why I mean I want to explain by that I may not be as surprised about some things, or my reaction probably won't seem like I'm playing it for the first time, because I'm not. So I just want to explain that. So anyway, this project it has one big appeal, or what I thought to be an appeal before I started recording it for the first time, that it's fully voice acted. And the voice acting is for the most part on point. Some characters are voice acted really well, like the hero you get, the Azshara Enchantress. Some less well, like the Myrmidon. I think there could be some work done there, but you know, I'm not criticizing. I'm not a voice actor, and it's probably much better than what I could do. And the other appeal which I discovered as I was playing is the terrain, and how it is really modeled after Blasted Lands. What you see on the map is what you get in the game, but there are things that I think should be changed or adjusted. So let's just start with it. Let's not delay any longer. With her sights set upon finally conquering the shores of Azeroth, Queen Azshara and her Naga loyalists arrive on the shores of the Blasted Lands, ready to face both the Alliance and Horde forces stationed there. Azshara is not wasting any chance against her enemies. Tip and Snare is very useful in catching nasty ghosts, such as the description of Chapter 1, The Blasted Lands. I skipped, there is a cinematic introduction to the campaign story which I skipped, and I probably won't record it, and I still have the friggin' finales of Crypt Robbers to record. Oh dear. Enjoy. Fully voice acted.
My queen, we have arrived on the shores of the Blasted Lands. Our enemies have two major bastions within this place. If we're rid of them, we'll have a major foothold in this region.
Good. Then we'll establish a base camp and be rid of these weaklings once we're done. These lands will be mine for the taking.
I would say Azshara is on the point, at least in my ears, because I never heard Azshara talk in World of Warcraft. So you pick your ally, or your support, as one could call it. You got a spellcaster and air support hero, or assistant, or a siege and brute force assistant. Now, there's two things I want to say. If you pick the siege and brute force, he can just finish the objectives of this first mission on his own, without you having to do anything at all. So I'm gonna try out the spellcaster and air support.
The tide will crush you!
This model, in my opinion, isn't as impressive as... or impressive.
Enough.
I prefer the other hero. But hey, whatever. Alright, so... Come on. Oh wait, hold up. Have I? Of course I haven't. Sorry. I'll just turn off Discord and everything else. There we go. So you got some unique things, unique buildings and such. Oh, and I wanted to mention that I noticed this campaign because of a member on my Discord who was playing it, like yesterday or so. His name is Mila. Mila, Great Gaming, and some numbers after that on the Discord. So props to him for finding this. So first thing I'd want to mention is that you have no lumber mill. Although the storage pool looks like it is, it doesn't work that way. Where is it? There. It only has upgrades. You can't store wood in it. I thought it would be the case, but it's either a bug or, you know, it's not intended for that use. And if it's not, I would say that you please do make it, you know, something like a lumber mill. I mean, a drop-off point for lumber, because it becomes very sketchy when you have to, you know, once you lumber out your immediate area, it becomes very sketchy when you have to build a Temple of the Tide just to not have your workers carry the wood like a lot of long distance.
Research complete.
Alright. So the hero you have, Azshara, has a Shockwave, Divine Shield, a Command Aura, and Thunderstorm. One thing to note is that quite a lot of the creeps, and I love that as well, or quite a lot, the more powerful creeps not only have like more damage, more armor, and extra health, they also all do chaos damage. You know, like creeps, I think above level 6. And I'm loving it because when you fight one of those creeps, they usually have a darker tone or darker skin tone, or just in general are darker than other units. Other creeps. You will feel the damage they do to your units. So I pick up another one. Upgrade this to a Temple of the Seas. Another thing I'd want to mention is that your ally, at some point, not necessarily early on, but at some point they will start to ignore the role they have, I would say. And if someone is supposed to just train spellcasters and air, they will eventually ignore it and start getting things like dragon turtles and snapdragons and things like that. For this variant, the other ally will just get coattles, and he will ignore spellcasters, that is true, but he will get coattles. And I guess dragon turtles are... I guess dragon turtles don't count as either, because, you know, they're siege. Although the brute force and siege variant has royal guards, so... Anyway, you get attacked by humans and orcs, although the ally is placed in front of your base, so you don't have to worry about getting attacked at all. Which initially is nice, because look at the size of the map. All of this is explorable. Especially because you're Naga. I think there's like 2 areas where you wouldn't be able to get if you were just if you were anything but Naga. So I'm loving it that you are Naga. There we go. You know, these creep fights may seem dangerous, and they are, but once you get Naga Royal Guards, the Royal Guards trivial fucking, I can't talk for some reason. Once you get Naga Royal Guards, they trivialize, fuck that word, like everything on this map. Literally everything. Yeah, some of the creeps are very dangerous, and there's also camps of not creeps. There's also enemy camps. Let's get a treasury. You can find warlocks, you can find infernal ambush. I haven't found more than one, but it happens. You can find doom guards, and there's all sorts of locations. Just like in World of Warcraft, you can find Surwick in the bottom left, which is the Worgen town, and it does have the corrupt forest. But this is set like in a period before the druid tried to fix the forest, I guess. You know, the druid then went mad, and these are very dangerous. Watch out for them. Especially the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord and the Channelers. They do a ton of damage. No. Oof.
All is not lost.
There we go.
What
Let me grab the gold.
So be it.
I don't think I need the
All is not lost.
mana rune yet. Alright. There is a... and the ally found it last time, but I know where it is this time. There is a fountain of healing, which is incredibly useful because the only healing you have for your units is a healing scroll. And one thing I would want to say about the Treasury of the Tides, your shop, is if this is what it will sell throughout the whole campaign, I would vote against it, because these things can be useful for lower level heroes like currently Azshara is. You know, +3 damage, +1 intelligence. But later, it would be just... I think it would be just trashy if those were your only options. But I don't know the creator's vision, so maybe it'll change, maybe it'll stay the same for some reason, I don't know. So let's go into low upkeep, grab another upgrade. The reason why I'm going for tier 3 right away is because the Gate of Nazjatar? I'm not sure how it's read. I never heard it in English, so that's a mistake on my part. But it trains Royal Guards. These things. Yes, they do chaos damage. They have pretty much the same stats like in regular Warcraft. They also do chaos damage.
All is not
But
lost.
then you might be thinking, why do I say it trivializes a lot of things? Well, one guard
Yes.
takes up 8 supply, which is quite a lot, and it's a balanced supply cost, you know. But the problem is, you can get like 6 of them, which is 48 supply, and just the 6 of them will be able to crush any resistance, any and all. No, I don't have ensnare research, damn it.
All is not lost. So be it.
Yeah, it doesn't hit them. Eh. I haven't used it before on flyers, so I mean, I know I said it's shockwave, but maybe it had changed
All
functionality
is
a
not
bit.
lost.
Ooh, here's another. I should research the ensnare. It's gonna be useful later down the line. Well, maybe. If the ally doesn't go ahead and destroy the humans on his own.
All is not
So you have Netherguard Keep to the north, and Dredgemall Hold to the northwest. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Dredgemall Hold.
All is not lost.
And yeah, the map is huge, and I find it currently very intriguing for the exploration aspect, not so much for the main objective, because the main objective is a cake. Really, you just need 2 free Royal Guards, and it's not a problem. Even without Royal Guards, you can just... It's like
What information?
slicing butter with a hot knife, except the hot knife are your Naga units, and the butter are humans and orcs.
What information?
So I suggest some changes in that aspect, because like if you put this against a 420 health, 12 to 13 damage footman, you know who's gonna win without any upgrades, even if the footman had free. So
All is not lost.
so the Surwick is over here. Somewhere over there is the Dark Portal, but it's not guarded by anyone. I thought it would be, you know, by humans and orcs alike, and that you would be considered an invader, but there's no one. Not sure whether it's a bug or if it's intended. Alright, let's grab a gate. Yeah, let's just build it on water, on shallow water. Hmm? Oh, it was probably a parasite dying. Oh. I don't need any other units at the moment.
All is not lost.
So let's go and have a look.
Better.
So the project is... I think it uses ambient music from World of Warcraft. And I think it's the Horde variant.
What information?
You know, so these regular creeps are not as much of a challenge. Damage they do will be quickly healed back. But if you find one of those chaos damage dealers, you will notice that on the health bar of one of your units.
All is not lost.
So I like that. I like that a lot. Because it means that you don't have to give crazy damage, crazy high damage potential to creeps. You just give them a certain damage type, and it's gonna make it crazy. Even if they have like mediocre damage. There's one jabroni. He's level... No, not one. There's like 3 or 4 of them. They're level 6, but I don't know where are they. They're here in this Murloc village, damn it. Oh, so... I haven't talked about the cost yet. So the Royal Guards cost 525 gold. There we go, the Savage. Now, it doesn't have to have super extra high damage, but when he starts attacking a unit, you'll notice that. You see, he only deals 24 to 28. And yes, there was another unit attacking with him, but there was also one of the Murlocs attacking a different Myrmidon. Do you see him damaged? This is a Myrmidon which was damaged up here, somewhere. So...
All is not lost.
Yeah, the ally continues defending. As said, these are... Currently they're just a joke, so to speak. Enemies don't do any upgrades at all, but allies do. So I think that the enemies are subject for change. It's just, I wonder what kind of change. Oh, so the guards, I think their cost is balanced, especially their supply cost. It's fine. But, oh, and they have an upgrade which needs to be researched in order for them to be able to use their spells. They're not supposed to have any spells when they're trained, but they do have crushing waves, so that's a bug, which probably should be fixed at some point. And I would also say that they probably should have the resistant skin as a researchable upgrade as well. I don't think they should when they come out of the building, that they should be like well, not Banshee immune, but they should be a bit more vulnerable until you make that research to magic. I would say, because they're still really good, and it would put some more economic pressure on the player that decides to get him. Oh, hello. What is this? I haven't found this the last time. Oh! Oh, I can buy all of these! Oh, that's nice. I don't think I recall this from World of Warcraft. Maybe it's specific for this campaign. Like it. There's more things like that one that you don't find in World of Warcraft, you know, but it's fun. It's nice to find them. So what else do I get? Get another Royal Guard. And then the upgrade. Let's bring in this guy. I'm gonna get only 2 of them, for the sake of not completely trivializing some of the fights. Now the terrain looks great, and the Naga fit into it, and all the custom textures as well. So I'm loving that as well, especially this golem. I know I haven't shown the model, I've shown you only the portrait, but I think you can picture how the rest of it looks. And it fits in.
Our forces are under attack.
Uh-oh, I've sent it through the wrong door.
these ones. He has been haunting me and my brethren for some time. If you slay him for me, then I'll grant you my own blades.
All is not lost.
And also, last time that I was recording, I didn't get the frame skips, so I don't know what's up with that. And it seems to be only Warcraft that's doing this. Oh well, Windows 10, I should be glad that it's at least compatible, you know?
All is not lost.
Because if it weren't with Windows 10, I wouldn't be playing any of this at all. You'd probably have to resolve to recording something else. And I never visited the Waygate and what's on the other side in the previous playthrough. So let's go and have a look over there. There is a... There is a deathly usher, which is just a speeding ghost that's speeding all around the map. And I don't understand what's the purpose of killing it. It has 3,000 health, which is quite a big chunk, but I think with Naga, it won't be a problem chipping away most of it. There, you can see that the crushing wave was usable before the research popped in. Alright. Hold up. I maybe will reload the save I have from the other playthrough. Whoa, that's loud. This is new. You know, one of the reasons why I was really angry that the microphone wasn't on is because when I played it for the first time, I had genuine reactions, you know. I had more thoughts, and I probably won't have them now. So that's a shame, but hey, this was a resource stash, and maybe there's something up north. Because that looks like a ramp, doesn't it? This. Oh my god. There we go. Can you go up? No? Is there anything over here? No, and this is needlessly loud. Why is it so loud? I'm not even looking at it. Well, that's fixed. So I need to look for a demon of sorts. I never found him before, and he's supposed to be roaming these lands, so I'm kind of curious, where do I find him, you know? The ally already started an attack. Ooh, nearly lost that dragon. Okay, it looks like the humans are still gonna lose despite me picking the weaker enemies. I mean, weaker units for them. Let's regroup over here. Yep, they're gonna lose regardless, but at least the hero is quite damaged. The other hero for the Brood side wasn't damaged at all, and he doesn't have a Divine Shield, so... Oh, you're workless? Oh, you're all workless. So now if I wanted to... For the workers to not have to go all the way back to this temple, I'd have to build a new one, you know, so that's a bit sketchy. But at least they gather like ghouls, 2 per hit, 20 max. So that kind of fixes it, but it's still less than ideal. Oh, I said I would get 2, huh? Yeah, well, I got 3. Some of the encounters probably will require 3. There was one encounter with a neutral, or was it a neutral? Or well, you could consider it a creep, and it was really tough. I nearly lost 2 Myrmidon and a Snapdragon. Oh, I didn't notice that at first. You get the... Seems like you do get the effects just like in... See? The one that was getting attacked by the Chaos Boar. Or Chaos Damage Boar.
What information do you have?
There's a lot of detail and thought put into the map. Into the creeps and everything.
Enough, idle banter.
Oh no. Oh, it's this camp.
All is not
Right, it's
lost.
gonna hurt, but hey, what can you do? That's a Void Walker.
Enough, idle banter.
There, and I think you can imagine how difficult it would be to kill that without the Royal Guards. Because each of the Royal Guards added 150 damage. Plus 100.
What
Anyway, this is an item
information do you
of
have?
interest for side objectives,
I see.
so let's grab it.
So be it.
Lorimus is a pick it up.
Yes, I see.
Lorimus is a demon hunter who's on the far left side of the map. And I think that
Enough,
the
idle banter.
encounter with him is kinda... You're not required to have
Is not lost.
strong units. You know, like, for the objective itself, you don't need as strong units as you need for even getting there in the first place. If I were to travel in a line from here all the way to him, which is somewhere there, I need to get through an ogre base. So, FYI, once you defeat the ogres, you can hire them. You don't even have to defeat them, but,
Enough, idle
you know,
banter.
anything you hire will get severely damaged if you don't defeat them first. And they have interesting units.
All is not lost.
Maybe if Azshara instead of the Commandor had movement speed aura, because, you know, if the map... One thing I talked about in the previous playthrough was that the map is huge. And I love that as well, because it has just enough space to fit everything you can find in World of Warcraft as well. But I imagine if every mission has a map of this size, it may get tedious. In other words, it may become a chore, not fun. A chore activity, not a fun activity to explore the map. Especially if they plan to have a mission with a map of this size, that'll say, find this. It's like, can you imagine how long it would take? I can tell you how long. Probably an hour and 20 minutes. Because at the hour and 16 minutes I was over here and I had everything else except this box, you know, explored and everything. So, one thing I theorized about was I could imagine if the maps, you know, if they want to keep the maps this big, of this size, I can imagine it being a co-op experience, you know? You have one person over here, you have another person somewhere else, like down there, for example, near Serwick, and you have one player make it, and you make one player have it easier, and the other more difficult. And, you know, it would open opportunities for trolling, but I don't think this is something you would host on Make Me Host and play with a random person. I think this is what you would play with a person who likes co-op. Because I think a person who likes co-op is less likely to be a dick. I think they're more likely to want to work together, you know, and succeed. So you could have one person over here, for example, another person somewhere else, and have them be in a tougher spot. And, you know, maybe the first player would have to go and help them. Or rescue them from a certain situation, you know, things like that. And then, once they're rescued, the first player could go back and be about their day, so to speak, you know, doing things they have to do. And the other player could then just explore the map and do things like that. Or maybe they could have their own set of objectives, you know? And both of them would have to complete them in order for a win to happen. Although I don't know how difficult it would be to... That's where I got the fucking Inferno from.
Must have seen. I'll finish you off first, then I'll make you an example of any who would dare to find me.
I didn't find him last time, but I did get hit by an Inferno. Oh, fuck you, jabroni. Oof. Maybe he was said to be invisible, but he still could cast spells. I don't know. Ooh, oh yeah, they're close to the portal.
Our forces are under attack.
The core hounds are very dangerous, yes. Especially if you don't kill them fast. Yeah, yeah. They also look amazing. And they're also asleep. Alright, let's stun it, so that doesn't use... well, exactly that. I was trying to recall the name of the ability. It wasn't Flame Breath, it was Lava Breath. Does do a fair chunk of damage. Shite. So... You know, at this point the creeps are the bigger challenge than the enemy bases, because... I don't know if you can see, but if you look on the minimap, nothing is left of the Netherguard Keep. So, as said, I think making the humans stronger and the orcs would be much appreciated, at least by me. And if they would also send some attacks directly after the player, not just in their direction, because if they send them in your direction, they'll just get stopped by the ally. So maybe if there was... Oh, he's going after the ogres. I need to speed up. Damn, maybe they're even stronger than I... Oh, whoops. I hope I... Damn it, there are two objectives, but... If the AI fulfills both of them... You see what I mean by it trivializing a lot of the stuff? A lot of the fights? And the crushing wave is ready again, and I can use it 4 more times. So... One of the changes I suggested was increase the cooldown of it to a minute, you know? It's very powerful, but you would have it ready only ever so often. Another thing was, you know, maybe have a limit on the Royal Guards. But that would feel kinda shitty in defense missions, where the power of these Royal Guards could be exploited for benefit of the player. You know, like have a choke point and have Royal Guards in front of the choke point and just keep sending the crushing waves, killing the attackers, if that ever happens in the future, so... There we go, so I lost a mine, but I can... I mean, I mined it out, but I can get another one. Conveniently. Music's good. The effects are as well. I wish maybe the lightning would occur more often. I haven't seen it many more times other than over there by the rocks or whatever it was. So I think this project has a lot of potential. I think it needs to polish some things, and most of all, I think it needs feedback. Because the ideas are there, you know, the terraining is great, but it just needs feedback. But I'm not saying they should listen to all feedback they get, but I'm saying they should take the feedback into account and think of how much do they think the person is right or wrong? You understand what I mean? As in, someone says, this sucks. There's not much to think about. The person probably doesn't like it at all. But if someone gives feedback, I would say in the way I did, or just anyone else, you know, like constructive criticism, based upon which they can improve. If they get lots of it, they can probably find the sweet spot better than if they get, you know, not enough of it. You could put it that way. In other words, I think they're more likely to do better if they get a lot of feedback, instead of if they get... That's just what never mind. Whatever. Let's just continue on to Surwick. I don't know if I'm supposed to destroy the base, but it's hostile, so... Terrain is just great. Oh, whoops. They're quite close. And I imagine if they chose to attack Tidal Guardian, it would lose. Because both of them have Frenzy. This guy doesn't, but he attacks just as fast as they do. And has more health. Oops, found the first Doom Guard. They're called Hellish Guards, but even though they are powerful, they have 1700 HP, they have Rain of Fire which doesn't require channeling, they have Howl of Terror and Curse, I still think they're kinda weak. But I don't know how to balance them. I don't have a suggestion about that, because you give them Cleave and you increase their damage, they're gonna murder melee units. So then you bring in only ranged units, and they have a Rain of Fire that doesn't require any channeling, so how do you balance it? I don't know, I don't have an answer for that. But I think they're a joke partly because of the Royal Guards, and partly because of... I think there's something off about them. But I don't know what is it. Maybe they could have increased armor and be immune to magic? No? So it would be a tankier battle than what you saw? It took like 4 seconds to kill it, didn't it? Just as long as this fight took. And those were considerably weaker enemies. Oh yeah, you can't... This is like the crater in which the Dark Portal is. I think maybe if... I don't really get why you can't walk down. You know, I mean, if I do this, it looks more reasonable, but if you don't twist the camera, you don't see that. I mean, you can see it's a crater, but maybe if there were some rocks, or if it was just a bit higher than it is. Anyway, as I said, off to Surwick. Oops. Oh, that's just more Burning Legion. There we go. Oh, another quest.
We have found a note near this blacksmith.
Collect the Ogre Chieftain's War Club and collect the valuable clam. I know where to get the War Club. I have no fucking idea where to get the clam. I mean, it's probably on the coast, but where? The Ogre base is a bit to the left. We're gonna visit there later. Right, let's go a bit down. The forest is somewhat enclosed, so you can't just get into it. You have to find the entrance. Actually, entrances. There are multiple entrances, but it's not as easy finding one. Let's go over here. There we go, we're on the border. There's first entrance. And there's another. Oh. Another guy. See, this is just a very easy fight in general. Partly because of, as I said, Frostbolt and the Royal Guards. And partly because, I don't know, it's... I think, like, more armor and, like the Royal Guards, resistant skin would help. But still, damaging spells would murder them anyway. So... there. Some of these Treants have druidic spells, you know, like rejuvenation and such. That's a neat addition. I think it probably could heal more, because Naga units have very high base damage, so... But I mean, I do know not everyone's gonna be exploring this with the group I have. Some people will just explore with hero and far less units, but even then... I think some of the creeps should be stronger, so that it would force them to look back upon their base every once in a while. If nothing else, to at least train more units. Oh, right, I found the bridge, so let's cross it and deal with Serwick. I'm probably gonna save before I destroy it completely. I don't know if... I don't think they can become allies, but... just in case. And just in case that I crash... Whoa. Just in case that I crash the game, because I trigger some early trigger and things like that. I mean, it can even stun defensive buildings. And probably even unit production buildings for 5 seconds. Royal Guards are just insane. That's always been the case, but... you know, it also was the case because you couldn't train them. And if you can... eh... there we go. Rip the hero. Rip all the other units.
Not enough.
There. Or do I want to completely destroy it? Last time I destroyed just the barracks and... yeah, let's just completely wreck it. I'm just hoping that's not the second main objective. I really am. There's the altar. Let's go and deal with that. Oh, it also damages buildings. Great. So it is really a shockwave. Oh, they don't have a gold mine. Oh. No, I think I'll leave the save before I enter, because if I can really get them as allies, I wouldn't want to get them as allies when they have very little left. But I don't think it matters, because I'm not gonna reload for allies when I'm playing as the Naga. Skills are on QWER. I can only approve of that. There. Now only for the 2 houses. And then for the guards and the guard towers on the northern entrance to Serwick. Serwick in World of Warcraft is a town which has been founded by a druid that led Worgen refugees. I think across the sea or from a different region. I'm not sure. But I think they arrived by a boat and they established a town there. The local wildlife was destroyed by the Burning Legion, and the druid sought to fix it, and in doing so he became mad, corrupted it even more, although he restored a portion of it, and then became a servant of the Burning Legion. So, you know, that's that. Then, what are these frame skips? I don't understand where are they coming from. But as I said, Windows 10. I got a bit upset at it earlier today because you can't always have to view the desktop. At least not in my case. It's stupid. Oh well. There is a quest giver in here, so let's go ahead and talk to him. It's a Treant. I love that idea. That Treants don't have to be just elven things, but that they can also be quest givers and such. They can be neutral, you know, they only care about the Force. What the creator of this project did, or creators, I think there's 3 of them. At least there are 3 names on the project's page, with the words name, present. Oops. they looked at Blasted Lands and World of Warcraft as a whole and said, okay, if this is true, what else is true? So like, if Blasted Lands exist in World of Warcraft, then they must have existed in Warcraft, right? Maybe not in such a form as they do in World of Warcraft, but you know, you already have a frame which you can use to build your campaign upon. See how much damage it can do if I don't stun it and just kill it before it casts anything? So there we go. Oh, Rain of Hellfire, not fire. Okay. There we go. Found him.
The wretched demon temptress, known as Shahandana, is corrupting this peaceful forest. Whoever rids me of her will be granted my blessing.
You know, the line "whoever rids me of her" also got me to think that maybe, if it were a co-op experience, the players could race for the blessing, you know? If the creators know fear... Oh, shit. There she is. And she has Whirlwind. She's very dangerous. You know, it's whoever. So whoever would win, whoever would kill her first, could get the blessing. Heal. I'll rip you. There we go. Let's go back and pick up the blessing. But as said, it's probably not the creator's vision. It's probably to be designed as a single player.
Blessing is yours, stranger. You have earned it.
Our allies' town is under
Or
siege.
maybe it wouldn't have to be another player. It could also be, you know, like a group of demon hunters going after her, eh? But that would probably be just overcomplicating it. +1 to everything. Yay! Let's kill this guy. But there's 2 of them. I'm probably gonna get fucked. Ooh. Well, he was only casting a curse, but still. I don't have a lot of mana left, so let's just try and kill him fast before he casts anything else. There we go, there's the howl, there's the curse. And he probably had the rain on cooldown. Oh!
You there. I've seen you slay my brethren as you venture deep within this forest. If you want to evade the Legion's wrath, then you will do me a small favor. You will destroy the Woken outposts who seek to undo our work here. Do this, and I may even reward you with a valuable item.
I already destroyed it, but it seems to work, you know, trigger-wise. Let's walk outside the acquisition range and back into it.
Well done, Runt. Here's the reward you were promised.
Ooh. Oh, well, it's not as good, but, you know, it's strength +3. Helps the survivability quite a lot. And last time I did think there was a quest giver over here. It was the last piece of the Surwick Forest that I never explored. The more you know. Anyway. Let's go back on the road. Why the fuck can I... Come on. I would want to pick... There we go. out of stock. Oh, it looks like you can get it every once in a while. Maybe it should be set as only a one-time buy. Eh?
Our allies' town is under siege.
Why does... She lost the ability to speak? Hold up. I'm gonna reload. She doesn't talk. Let's try. So I've been to Surwick and the Tainted Forest, or Surwick Forest as I called it. I haven't seen a Sunvale excursion, but the Dreadmaw post is there.
Why have I surfaced?
I see.
There we go.
So be it.
Oh, she doesn't have a...
Yes.
When you click on her,
I
she
see.
doesn't have a
I
response.
see.
She also doesn't have any lines when you
Yes. So
click her multiple times. Or as it's put in the editor, annoyed, line 1 and such.
So,
Alright, let's kill some more.
convinced
yes.
our alliance finds
I see.
my revenge. I'll make it so. Why
So
have
be
I
it.
surfaced? This sort of
Yes.
task is over.
Now let's just put them on patrol, why not?
There
I'm not training more units because that would make this even easier.
I see.
One thing that I talked about in the previous playthrough attempt was because you are given Naga and you play with Naga units and you are Naga, why do I have... Oh, it's from the tree end.
convinced.
The map?
See. Yes. So
Ooh,
be
another lightning.
yes.
The map can use certain spaces, which I think would be considered meaningless if you weren't playing as Naga.
So be it.
You know, like deep water and such. They can be used for creeping, or they can hold a quest giver and things like that.
So
I
be
like that
it.
idea as well.
In our plight.
Other than areas with a lot of trees in them, you can use quite a lot of the map because you give the player Naga to play with. I know that a lot of the outskirts is just shallow water, but still, you know, traveling from one side of the forest to another was made much easier because I'm Naga. I could have evaded all of these neutrals and Doom Guards and just swam through, taken the quest, swam back, swam down the river into Surwick and wiped it out of the map. So it's also very versatile. It gives the player choices on how to approach a certain area.
Convinced.
So be it.
Oh wait, I never came back. Oh yeah, I never came back to the Draenei. Let's go back to him. And I'm gonna send everyone else to heal up. Actually, I'm gonna take group 2 and talk to him. I'm saying group 2 because where did they go? They were here. Or did I kill them? The demons, I mean. Oh, there they are.
I see.
I like that they have bloodlust on... What is that? Horns? Rather than just an effect at the mouth.
Yes. So be it.
There, down we go. I think that this project so far has the same issue that Crypt Robbers does. That, you know, because your base doesn't get attacked, ever, these attacks get intercepted by the ally.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about anything, and there's no
So
bursts of
be
action.
it.
You know, where you'd have to
Yes.
suddenly turn back to your base, start repairing, you know,
I
and do things like that. Where the fuck is the oasis on the map? Oh, I'm right next to it.
Yes. So be it. I see. So be it. I see.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's
Allied
real
town
good.
is under siege.
There, so let's go back up and visit the ogre outpost because my unit's healed up by now.
Enable my revenge.
So
I am a
Turtle hatchery? Oh, that's a new building. It's for turtles and you don't get it out of spawning grounds. Oh, interesting.
aid us in our
I think it's better for balance and for unit costs and such.
enable my revenge.
Oh, there we go. Found the outpost. Or actually not the outpost. I found guards that are on the outskirts of it. The outpost is like over here.
Convince
yes.
Wait, why is that one nearly dead? Oh shit.
Town is under siege.
Yes.
Oh. Oh,
I see.
okay. I found
Yes.
a few mud golems and sand golems.
I see.
You know, if orcs were joined by these, and if orcs had stronger units, or these ogres were more powerful, they would be a threat. You know? So,
aid us in our
So
plight.
be it.
By
I
Forces
see.
are under attack.
Yes.
why do I... Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I lost the other snapdragon somewhere else. I was also theorizing, or theory crafting, but, you know, it's super easy to say this could be done, but
So be it.
I don't know how difficult would it be, but what I was theorizing about was
Yes.
perhaps the ogres
in our plight.
could be trainable by orcs, and they would join every attack that will be sent after
I
you.
see. So be it.
Binds me.
And then after you clear out this outpost and kill a
Yes.
ogre chieftain that's there,
My revenge.
then they would maybe become, you know,
I see.
untrainable and they would become neutral and you could hire them. You can hire them
So be it.
now, but, you know. I wonder if anything is over here. Can I get a coatl, even? Probably is.
Convince me.
Oh, hello, piggies.
In our plight.
Your hero's locked to level 4. Come here!
Enable my revenge.
Alright, 1 minute timer's ticking. What do you got?
By ebb and flow.
Oh my god. This pig. I do want to kill it and... Oof. Whoa!
I see.
I think...
Yes. I see.
Isn't that reward a bit high?
Yes.
Oh, but it's for an
So be
achievement,
it.
right?
I see.
Hmm. Oh, I don't know why do you get this. It's not a clam, is it? If it is, it can't be. Yeah, it's not. But I don't know what is the purpose of this thing, whatever it is.
Yes. I see.
Oh, another gold mine was mined out, huh?
Job's done.
Let's grab a coatl. I think that for how high damage coatls have, and because they have dispel, I think they should cost free supply, because 45 to 65, it's incredibly high, especially with their attack rate. I think most flyers attack medium to slow, and when you have something like Coatl, which attacks at medium speed and does 45 to 65 piercing damage, which murders other flying units. Where are you to go? Where are you free going?
Our forces are under attack.
Oh no.
I
No, no,
see.
no.
So be it. Yes.
You know, there, you can find types of ogres you could find in World of Warcraft. You got warlocks, you got crushers, you got... Well, you got warlocks, then you got the melee ones. Those that will just say, "Me smash human," and run at you. And you also got the fire breathers, which are very dangerous.
So be it.
Enable my
Yes.
Is it Seda in our plight?
I think that the appeal of the current state of this map, of this project, is in exploration. If you just go and finish the objective, you'll be done real fast. Oh, it's Flame Belcher, not Flame Breather.
So be it.
Alright, there's the arena. You can buy ogres. Congrats.
So be it. I see.
Oh, let's not let the Flame Belcher belch, because... Oh, shite. See? They're powerful, and they don't even have any how crazy damage. And look! It's the hero of my campaign! No, I'm kidding. It's just the same unit model. It's a shame we don't have more ogre models, more gnoll models, more whatever models. That most of it is just human, undead, orc, elf, you know? There's nothing wrong about it, but I think a bit more variance could help,
I see.
and would be healthy for campaign creation.
Yes.
It's slaughtering time.
Oh, anti-building, huh?
It's slaughtering time.
Convince me.
What unit?
Probably gonna have to go heal up. Well, maybe not. I can do the demon hunter side quest with units that are low on health. Because what you are fighting is a hero level 8, and the demon hunter is level 5. But you know, it's still a hero, but he doesn't get to do much because he doesn't have anyhow extra stats or skills.
Why have I served?
I think that's a shame because he's like super easy to kill.
Spare the pleasant.
As you can see, getting through the orc outpost was a
I see.
tough thing to do,
So be it.
and this is gonna be super easy compared to that.
Yes.
Our allies' town is under
Greetings,
siege.
I am Lorimus. I am seeking assistance in defeating a powerful demon who has plagued these
Yes.
lands for too long. I require his crystallized soul so I can make him manifest. You will find it at one of the Shadow-sworn warlocks' camps.
I also like how you can find these NPCs which don't care about your ongoing conflict. They just care about the thing they came to do. Demon Hunter cares only about hunting demons, doesn't care you're a Naga, you help him, it's fine by him. Same applies for the Treant. You don't fuck with his forest, you help him, it's fine. So, you know, it's great that Demon Hunter doesn't always have to be an elf. Treant doesn't always have to be... Oh, I mean, Demon Hunter doesn't have to be elf-aligned and things like that. He just doesn't care. Your Naga, it's fine to him. What does he care, so long as you help him?
Yes.
The time has come. I'll proceed with the summoning.
Same goes for the Treant.
Show yourself. Razlake the Defiler. You dare challenge me? I'll shroud the blasted lands in terror.
You won't.
Thanks, stranger. You have done an excellent job by ridding the blasted lands of his kind. Take this modest gift.
So be it.
I don't know what is it good for. It shows invisibles, but hey,
Why have I
it's there. It's a reward. You know, when was the last time you played a campaign? If you played a number of campaigns. When was the last time you played a campaign where a quest giver was a Death Knight? Or, I don't know, like a Demon Hunter, or a Peasant, or anything like that. And it wasn't an RPG campaign. Eh? Or an RPG part of the campaign, like in Wonders of Sorcery, where you have... Oh, shite. Where you have segments where you focus on a single hero or a group of heroes and, you know, doing quests with them, smaller quests, and then you have segments where you focus on bases and such. When was the last time we played a campaign like that, you know? Which, as I said, had quest givers like Death Knights and such. Or God forbid, a Gnoll or an Ogre. I can barely... I don't think I ever have. You know, it's just... Everything is human, undead, orc, elf. That's it. Oh, why are you going all the way up? Hello? Are you leaving me? Oh. He just goes past all the trees over here and just goes straight there. He's like, maybe if I don't cut the trees around the entrance, no one's gonna notice I'm here. Alright, for that you can build a temple. I find it strange that Azshara doesn't have a what response when you click the unit, you know? Like the other units do.
Is it safe? Convince me.
So. Oof. Still a portion of the map left. And there's a clam that I need to find. I guess it's somewhere there. Oh, two things I wanted to mention. I wanted to stress. Not only are humans and orcs weak, I think that Netherguard Keep is quite small. You know, don't get me wrong, it's huge, but there's not much space. There's not many buildings. There's not... You know, I would expect that a keep in a land of demons would have like double or triple barracks and things like that. But it doesn't. You know? And it's super easy to destroy. Which is tied in with the unit strength, you know, of both attackers and defenders, which I think is an issue, but still. I think if you look at the size of the map, I think that Netherguard Keep should be like at least this much in size, and I think it's like in this much in size. A bit larger, and same goes for the orcs. Although the orcs seem to have a base all over the place. They don't have it on a single spot. You know, other than the main building. But the humans are just focused in one area. Oh right, I got the Coatl, yeah? Yeah. Nope, the lightning doesn't do any damage. Where could I find the fucking clan? I got no idea.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Okay, let's go all the way up. Oh, oops. Oh.
Our allies' town is
I have no reason to come back and kill him. But it's good to know I missed this. Mm-hmm. Ooh, fishing boat.
Our forces are under
Collect
attack.
raw fish. Restores 100 hit points when used. I find it a bit odd that such an option is available for Naga. They probably do live off of fish and off of humans, but... I find it strange.
Convince.
I see.
Alright, let's continue further north. Ooh, 2 Chaos Creeps in one group. Oh no.
Yes.
There we go, I think that's fixed.
I see.
That was the noise of microphone turning off and on. Here, let's have a look. Where do I find the freaking clam? I got no idea.
I see.
Oh, but there's boars.
What you looking at? Me smash
The gold has a pretty nice animation of dropping out of a container.
So be it. I see. Yes.
Alright, so there's probably... I don't know. I don't have an idea where clam could be. I mean, I was on the coast, but maybe a special murloc which holds the clam spawned after I, you know, cleared it out and then picked up the quest. Just like with the Inferno Summoner. Oh, whoops, wrong key. There we go.
So be it. I see.
Where did I stop with the cohort? Did it die?
Our forces are under attack.
No, I don't know.
So be it.
Alright, let's go towards the orcs. So what side quests did I not finish? Abandoned blacksmith, and one more which I never found. No, I found the pit lord, but where the hell could the other one be? And what could it be as a quest? Maybe it was tied to Serwick and to me not destroying it, but helping them instead? Oh, I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Whoa. Okay, let's go further up north.
Yes.
Oh, oops. Oh, I mean it doesn't matter, because
So be it.
when a new version is released, it probably won't have the same caches. So the fact that I collected items won't matter, I think. But hey, you can get these rings of protection. They're called rings of warding. And they drop throughout the map. I understand this is probably not everyone's cup of tea when it comes to the action, and that it's focused mostly on the PvE.
So be it.
Well, then I'll tell you to come back tomorrow when I'll be playing Jeopardy of the Horde. But who am I talking to? Probably everyone who likes action left in the first. Even before I pressed any key to continue, because I took a long while to communicate my troubles with recording of this project. Oh well.
Convince me.
I don't want to go to the gold mine because it probably has core hounds near it. Ooh, pigs.
I see.
In our plight
Yes.
by ebb and
Not enough man.
So be it.
Piggy.
So be it.
What you looking at? Get on with it.
There we go. A bit up.
I see.
enable my revenge. Aid us in
Yes.
our plight.
More pigs. I wonder if there's so many pigs. Is there a side quest related to them? I lost the ogre. Yep.
Convince
I see.
That was bound to happen sooner or later, because I have him in group 1, not in group 2. Oh, whoops.
Yes.
I maybe should get some coatls or pick up some snapdragons again. Because the damage is really low. Until I surround the enemy with the myrmidons and such. Ooh, more. There we go. That's the sand golem. Or it's not sand, sorry. Wastelands golem. For some reason I thought it was sand. Because it does send out a wave of sand. What you saw was a carrion swarm, but it had a model of sand. Looks great, doesn't it? At least in my eyes it does.
I see.
This is a +2. Okay. So, you know, it takes a ludicrous amount of time to explore every piece of the... every bit of the map. And in 2 players it would be a lot faster. So... I'm still kinda upset that the first time recording didn't work, because I think I had many great thoughts then, and it was more coherent. My thoughts were connected between each other, or to each other. And now I just talk about what I remember, or what I suddenly remember, or what I recall.
I see. Yes.
I'm a bit disappointed with myself
Yes.
in that aspect. You know. There was also one thing that I talked about, or this one thing that I talked about, and it was why I think that this project appeals to me. And I think it is because it has a setting which isn't common. When have you last seen a Blasted Lands as a map in a Warcraft 3 campaign? I, for myself, can say never. And it's refreshing. It also takes Naga as a playable race. You know, it's... I'm loving it. Oh, I'm back here. Oh. So, you know, things like that. And I also... And I then continued that it's also why I liked Legacy of Lordaeron, although I never openly said it, because I was sick at that time. Because it takes hinterlands, it takes Hillsbrad foothills, and areas like that, and recreates them in Warcraft. Oh, hello.
Worry not, stranger. I am not an enemy of yours. I merely seek to power this altar of storms. To do so, I require the head of a fearsome black drake known as Terramus the Devourer. If you bring me what I need, then perhaps I'll bestow upon you one of our mighty warlock artifacts.
Theramus's head. Where the fuck do I find Theramus?
Our allies' town is under siege.
Mordak Nightbender.
I see.
So this is the last quiz that I missed. Where could he be? Theramus the Devourer. Could he be over here? Oh, could it be what the Coatl died to? I think it's there. Maybe it's not, but I think it is. Because I don't see it anywhere, you know.
Our forces are under
What?
attack.
Oh, right, I went... Oh, I do... No, I do have Ensnare. Fuck you, jabronis.
I see. I see.
Gonna have a look with the Coatl. Gonna put it on control group 3. Where is he? There, I found the Dreadmaw Hold, an outpost of the orcs. One thing that I found quite puzzling was that they don't battle each other. I thought they would, because I know World of Warcraft is World of Warcraft, but this is kinda recreated after World of Warcraft. Or at least with the thought of World of Warcraft in mind, and how the area looks in there. Oh, hello. And maybe if there was some battleground where they would be fighting as well, it would probably be just for aesthetics, because you could, you know, dodge. Oh, Fountain of Math. Because you could dodge the battlefield, I think. But you know, they seem to be allied with each other.
Yes.
It happened once that they attacked at the same time, and they didn't fight each other, so. Where the fuck is my koala? Is it like... Is the dragon over here? That's a nice 7, isn't it?
I see. Yes.
I also never found the clam. Oh, I never collected the oh, I did.
So be it.
I did. It just doesn't say I did. So maybe the...
So be it.
Maybe the glory of Azshara is the clam.
Our forces are under attack.
But who knows?
Yes. I see. So be it. I
Where
see.
could the dragon? No idea. If I don't find him here, I'm just gonna go and destroy the orc space.
So be it. Yes. I see.
Really, no idea where he could be. I don't think he's close to the altar. Or is he? Most of the quests that you receive seem to have... well, at least the combat quests seem to be nearby. Oh no. They started the purge. Well, it's soon gonna be finished. Unless they leave this one war mill standing. Eh? Looks like they will.
So be
I'm
it.
just gonna check. I don't think that by any chance
I
the
see. Yes.
dragon is here, but
So be it.
oh, they can't attack air, huh?
I see. Yes.
Yep. Dragon
I
ain't
see.
anywhere in my sight.
So be it.
So let's just finish this. But it can attack. Oh, they just ignored him because it was nighttime as it was flying by. What's the undiscovered quest?
These wretches were hardly worth the effort.
An expendable effort, Queen Azshara. But are your goals only set for the blasted lands?
Wait, what was that?
I'll be waiting for you at the Dark Portal. We have much to discuss. Is there a problem, my queen?
Quickly, to the Dark Portal. Someone awaits her presence.
What's there? It seems like the AI thinks there is something. I think maybe the dragon is like really close to the warlock. Maybe. I don't know. Ooh, Tome of Strength. But I'm not gonna pick it up because I don't think it matters here. Oh, there's a leftover ogre. Ooh, some gold. That's not true. Ooh, Hero Medivh. For once, he's not just a unit. And he's not called an old man. Lowly Night Star. You know. Yeah, traversing the map is... I imagine it's not fun to watch, so... And also one of the things I talked about was... I think maybe... She could have a different ability kit because she's an enchantress, yes? Buffs, temporary buffs, you know, improving the allies' performance in a fight and things like that. The only thing that does that is the aura of empowerment. The rest is just spells. Alright, where the fuck is the dragon? There's... I don't know. I don't know where he is. So let's just finish this.
I see.
Ah, you arrived at last. I knew you would. I am Medivh, the last guardian. Pleased to meet you, Queen Azshara.
I sense immense power emanating from within you, sorcerer. Why have you summoned us?
But of course, it has to do with your current allegiance to the old gods. Do you find any sort of satisfaction in being their pawn? Perhaps we'll never know. But either ways, I may have a cure for your losses. Meet me at my tower in Deadwind Pass, and we'll resume our chat.
I think it's interesting. It just the map is too huge for the speed at which the units travel. That's the only thing I'd close it with. And my other complaints and feedback you could hear throughout the video. So that's it, and I'll see you in Jeopardy of the Horde tomorrow.